Imagine a single rock drifting silently through space. No atmosphere, no sound, no life. Now imagine that rock is worth more than every economy on Earth combined. It sounds like science fiction, but it's not. It's real. And it's already changing the future of humanity. Right now, far beyond our planet, trillions of dollars in gold, platinum, iron, and water are floating freely through space. Not locked behind borders, not buried under oceans, just waiting. This is not a story about astronauts planting flags. This is a story about money, power, and the next great shift in civilization. This is the revolutionary gold rush of asteroids. For all of human history, progress has followed resources. Gold built empires. Coal powered the industrial age. Oil shaped global politics. Data now rules the digital economy. But today, Earth is running out. Mines go deeper every year. Costs rise. Environmental damage grows. And demand for metals has never been higher. Electric vehicles, smartphones, artificial intelligence, renewable energy, all of them depend on rare materials that are becoming harder to find. And while Earth struggles, space is overflowing. Asteroids are leftovers from the birth of the solar system. Unlike Earth, they were never melted, recycled, or eroded. That means many of them contain incredibly pure, concentrated materials. Some asteroids are made almost entirely of iron and nickel. Others are packed with platinum group metals worth trillions of dollars. And many contain something even more valuable than gold: water. Water in space is not just water. It is life. It is oxygen. It is hydrogen. And hydrogen is rocket fuel. Right now, launching fuel from Earth is one of the biggest barriers to space exploration. Fuel is heavy, expensive, and limits how far we can go. But if we can mine water in space and turn it into fuel, space suddenly becomes cheaper, faster, and more accessible. That single breakthrough changes everything. This is why governments, billionaires, and private companies are racing quietly behind the scenes. Not for exploration, not for curiosity, but for control. Because whoever controls space resources controls the future economy. On Earth, mining is limited by geography and politics. In space, those limits disappear. There are no borders, no nations, no traditional rules. A single asteroid could supply more platinum than has ever been mined in human history. That would crash prices, reshape industries, and shift global power overnight. Manufacturing could move into orbit. Massive space factories could build structures impossible to construct on Earth. Satellites, space stations, even future cities could be built using materials mined in space instead of launched from Earth. This is the birth of the space economy. But how do you actually mine an asteroid? It starts with identification. Scientists track thousands of near-Earth asteroids, looking for ones that are close, slow-moving, and rich in resources. Then comes the hard part: access. Instead of sending humans, most plans rely on robotic spacecraft. These machines attach to asteroids, stabilize them, and begin extraction using heat, drilling, or chemical processes designed for zero gravity. There is no gravity to hold dust down, no air to cool machinery. Everything must be autonomous, precise, and reliable. Artificial intelligence plays a huge role. Machines must make decisions on their own, millions of kilometers away from Earth, where communication delays make remote control impossible. The technology sounds futuristic, but much of it already exists. What's missing is scale, and that is changing fast. The cost of launching into space is dropping. Reusable rockets are becoming normal. Private investment is pouring in. This is why the world's richest individuals are obsessed with space. Not because they want to leave Earth, but because they want to own what comes next. Rare metals are the backbone of modern civilization. Whoever controls their supply controls technology, energy, transportation, and defense. Space mining offers something no Earth-based operation ever could: near unlimited resources with no national restrictions, and that creates a new kind of power struggle. International space law was written decades ago, at a time when asteroid mining was pure fantasy. It says no country can own the moon or other celestial bodies, but it says far less about owning what you extract. That legal gray area has opened the door to a silent race. Countries are passing laws allowing companies to own space-mined resources. Corporations are preparing to act faster than regulations can keep up. The first successful miners won't just make money. They will help write the rules. But this new gold rush is not without danger. Redirecting asteroids, even slightly, carries enormous risk. A mistake could turn a valuable rock into a catastrophic threat. There are also economic risks. Flooding Earth with cheap metals could destabilize markets, destroy industries, and create massive inequality. And then there's the ethical question. Should space belong to everyone, or only those rich enough to reach it? If a small group controls space resources, they could hold unprecedented power over humanity's future. Space mining could either reduce inequality or multiply it on a global scale. Used responsibly, it could save the planet. Mining in space could dramatically reduce environmental destruction on Earth. No forests destroyed, no oceans polluted, no communities displaced. Clean energy technology could become cheaper, electric vehicles more accessible, renewable power more efficient. Entire heavy industries could move off-world, leaving Earth cleaner and more sustainable. And beyond economics, space mining enables something even bigger: permanent human presence beyond Earth. With fuel, water, and materials available in space, humanity can build long-term habitats, space stations, moon bases, eventually cities beyond our planet. For the first time in history, humanity would no longer be tied to a single world. This is not just about wealth, it's about survival. Every major turning point in history came from expanding access to resources: fire, agriculture, industry, electricity, the internet. Space mining may be the next step. We are watching the moment when the universe stops being something we only observe and becomes something we participate in. The timeline is closer than most people think. Robotic missions will test mining technology within the next decade. Small-scale extraction will come first, then expansion. The momentum is unstoppable. Costs are falling. Technology is improving. Competition is intensifying. This is no longer a question of imagination, it is a question of execution. So the next time you look up at the night sky, remember this. Those tiny points of light are not just stars. They are fuel stations for the future. They are vaults of unimaginable wealth. They are the foundation of the next civilization. The gold rush of the past reshaped Earth. The gold rush of asteroids will reshape humanity itself. The future of money, power, and survival is no longer beneath our feet. It's already above our heads.